Supernova 2013 here in Perth. Anthony Montgomery, the superstar Star Trek actor, is with me. Anthony, thank you so much.
Thank you
For joining me.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey
guys.
Ensign Mayweather from Enterprise. What was it like playing our helmsman?
It was a really surreal experience, just being a part of the amazing Star Trek franchise. It's a dream come true, and it's a dream that I didn't even realize that I wanted to have, because ultimately as an actor, you just want an opportunity to go audition and to have a chance at getting a job. And then when the word came in that I was going to become a part of Enterprise, my whole world changed.
What's it been like, having been on the series and now with conventions and stuff like that, and fans and Twitter now in these days? So the interaction with fans is so much more intimate.
Yes.
What's it been like for you?
Well, I'm probably not a good person to ask as far as social media, because I'm not a big fan of all the social media, but I know that it's a necessary part of our culture now, and especially in Hollywood. It's about how many followers you have on Twitter, or how many people are friending you on Facebook, or like your Facebook fan page, or if you have a MySpace page, or whatever it is, or whatever that stuff is. For the fans themselves, I enjoy coming to the conventions, because without the fans, we wouldn't be who we are, we wouldn't be where we are, and Star Trek itself, the franchise, would not be anywhere if the fans 40 plus years ago had not fallen in love with all of those characters and made a genuine connection to Gene Roddenberry's amazing vision for the future of what our world could possibly be, and uplift that value and those morals for decades, and they will for decades to come, I'm sure. So for me, it's a lot of fun being able to come here and actually connect with everybody on a one-to-one basis. It's a great way to give back to them, because they're then giving back to us. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Now I know you will have a bit of a biased opinion to my next question.
Probably. Star Trek Enterprise. I know what you're about to say. Which series did you like the best?
There you go.
Star Trek Enterprise. What do you think I'm going to say? Which captain did you like the best? Oh, Captain, my Captain, Scott Bakula. Yes, I'm going to say that. I like the other series as well. I was a fan of the original series growing up, but I wasn't a Trekker per se, and I learned that it's Trekker, not Trekkie. I've learned that over the years. I learned that actually from some really great fans out there, so thank you guys for that. But being a fan of the original series, it became a part of my history, just like it did the rest of the globe. And in learning all of the other shows, Patrick Stewart is a phenomenal actor, not just as Captain Picard, but he's a phenomenal actor himself. And being an actor, I like actors, not just a character that they play. So it was wonderful for me to connect with all the various series. Avery Brooks, I was already a fan of Avery Brooks from when I was younger. Spencer for Hire, so I loved him before he was Commander Sisko. Just being a part of the Star Trek family, and I don't know how many of the guests you've interviewed, but once you join a Star Trek series, you become a part of the Star Trek family. So each series has their own immediate family. So Scott, Jolene, Connor, Dominic, John, those are all my immediate brothers and sisters, but the extended family that I have from the Next Gen cast, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, all of those guys are, I always jokingly say, they're my like second and third cousins, twice removed. So it's really wonderful. And I got to meet Carl Urban while I was here, so they have carried the torch, and now they are my extended family. So it's really a wonderful experience just to be a part of altogether.
So meeting Carl Urban today, and they've carried on the torch, as you say.
Yes.
What's your opinion of JJ Trek, as the fans are calling it?
JJ Trek, is that what they're calling
or the
JJ Abrams' new Star Trek?
Yeah, the JJ verse.
JJ verse, that's funny. I actually enjoy what JJ Abrams has brought to the franchise. He has brought a new, a fresh spin on it. It's Star Trek, so it's not like he's reinventing the wheel. Gene Roddenberry gave us an amazing foundation that everybody has continued to build on for years and years, and they will continue to build on for years and years to come. So it's wonderful J.J. Abrams is a great director, so it's great seeing his vision as him giving a reimagining of what Star Trek is through his eyes. And I actually loved Into Darkness, and I actually enjoyed his 2009 Star Trek movie. It was, of course, a tip of the hat to us when I heard them mention Admiral Archer's prized beagle in the 2009 version. And spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen Into Darkness, there is in one of the scenes, you see our NX-01 in the background of one of those scenes. So that was wonderful. Thank you, J.J. Abrams, for doing that for us. So I think it's a lot of fun. And I'm a fan of sci-fi in general. So for me, I want to go out and I want to be entertained, and they're extremely entertaining.
We will get to you have a world tour coming.
No, I'm actually on my
Oh, sorry, you are on your world tour.
Yes, sir.
You have a series coming. We will chat to that. I just want to very quickly, because there is talk of a new series coming to television.
A new series of what?
Star Trek.
Oh, gotcha. There is?
Yeah.
It's not going to be Enterprise.
So the rumours go.
I don't care then. No.
Well, that is the thing at the moment. Of course, there is a Netflix campaign. There is a campaign on Facebook for season 5 on Netflix.
Yes.
But then there is also this rumbling of another series, which will most likely, because that's the way Paramount's going, set it in the JJ verse, for lack of a better term. So, and I know you're going to be biased on this, but which one would you rather see? A season 5 of Enterprise, with Ensign Mayweather now as a captain, or a new series in JJ-verse?
I'm sorry, was that a rhetorical? Was that a rhetorical question? I don't know if I'm actually. Which one would I rather see?
The one that'll give you more money, I would assume.
Let me see. Would I like to see us come back, or would I like to see us remain a part of history and then them do another one? I can't even give you an answer for that. I'm like, clearly we know where this is going. Of course I would rather see ours. But in an ideal world, because it's not just about us, we're actors. We enjoy working, of course. We love doing what we do so that we can continue giving to our amazing fans out there. But just for all the fans out there, I think it would be fun for them to be able to see J.J. Abrams bring his new series to life, because then they have a brand new series that they get to fall in love with. So from a completely unbiased and selfless place, I think it would be fun to see his.
I'd be a little bit worried, though, with JJ producing a new series of Trek, because it might be that a starship crash lands on a planet, and for 6 years we're not sure what's going on.
Well, they did that on Lost, didn't they?
Well, then I was going to say in the 7th season we discovered that they're just on an island outside of San Francisco, and recycling ideas. Maybe.
That's what Hollywood does. How everything has been regurgitated, everything has been done at some point.
Into Darkness, Wrath of Khan.
Well, they redo it, and you put your little twist on it, even if you're not twisting much.
Twist the characters that are in peril.
Just a little bit.
All right, now, Anthony, very quickly, you're on a world tour for your series, Miles Away.
Miles Away is about a 16-year-old named Maxwell Miles who has a clouded past. He develops a superhuman ability and gets recruited by a shadowy organization to battle this woman, Madam Iniquity, and her evil minions, Dimwit and Intellect. As a creator, I get to have fun with all of those things.
Nice.
He also allies with 2 alien refugees and falls into an interstellar war as he explores his family's dark past.
Wow.
So I wanted to do something for my core Star Trek fans out there, and this was actually created. I came up with the brainchild in 2001 while we were still filming Enterprise, because I wanted to do an animated series. I grew up reading comic books and watching cartoons. I just didn't realize that I could actually turn my love as a child into a business. But while I was still on the show, it was a lot more challenging than I initially thought it was going to be to get into the animation world. So I continued pursuing my acting career, putting my vision for Miles way on the back burner until different things were introduced into it, and it launched April 24th, 2013 in Los Angeles, and that's when I literally started my world tour. I went to Dusseldorf, Germany, and got to introduce it to all the fantastic FedCon fans out there. Hey guys, speaking of, trekzone.de, all you German fans out there, this is your Australian brother, trekzone.org. So hello to you guys out there, because we already did a wonderful interview about it with those guys out there. I went back to the States, did the Denver Comic-Con, came here to Australia. I've done 3 cities in Australia, did Sydney last week, the Sydney Supernova, did Melbourne, a tour in Melbourne, and now I'm here in Perth, and we're actually considering having me go back for another spot in Melbourne, possibly even next week. If not, then I'll be coming back to Australia at another point, but then I go back to the States and I do the San Diego Comic-Con this year, and I'll also be doing Star Trek Las Vegas. So I'm taking Miles away literally around the globe, and it's a transmedia franchise. So I'm starting with this 112-page full-color graphic novel, in which I do in the back, I do what I like to call my DVD's extra section. And I do the history of the book. I do a 3-page history of how it came to be. I do some of the original concept artwork, and I also put in the characters' bios and backstories of the original 20 characters that I created back in 2001. And of course, I created my creative team, some of the alternate covers that I put together for it. Transmedia, so we will start with this graphic novel. It's going to be an animated series, and then the goal is 3 to 4 years after the animated series launches to do the very first live-action feature film.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'll do graphic novel, animation. I'll do another animated book. Each of the books is going to be at least 96 pages, so it will be what you guys in Australia call floppies, the 22-page books.
Yep.
It's going to contain at least 4 of those in each of the graphic novels that I do. We'll do animation, graphic novel, animation, until it's time to launch the very first live-action feature film. And I've got a lot of fun people that are already attached to the animated series when this thing gets ready to go.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you'll have to hit us up on Twitter, because I know
Sure.
one of my followers there is also following you as well. So you'll have to give us a follow and keep us in the loop, and we'll certainly
sure, we'll do.
spread that around the
Will
Aussie
do.
fans. Anthony Montgomery, if you are at AusComicCon next week in Melbourne, I'll see you there.
I will see
But
you there.
Thank
If
you so
not,
much.
We'll see you the next go-around.
Absolutely. Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thank you. And
Appreciate
we'll
it.
see you guys soon. Take care.